In this video, we're going to subtract mixed numbers again, and if you've seen my previous video on subtracting mixed numbers, I use the method of keeping the mixed numbers in their normal form. Here I'm going to go ahead and convert, and the reason I'm going to convert is it might be easier in the long run. Might. There's no guarantee of that. And so, let's go ahead and now these 5 rules here, if you want to pause the video and just take another look at them and do it with me, I will be doing it as converting to fractions, then subtracting, and then reconverting into mixed numbers if I need to. These describe how to keep them as mixed numbers and still get the job done. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue, but I've got to bring the screen down. And I don't want to go back and refer to those since I won't be using them. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to convert each one of these 2 numbers up here, and I'll color code it. Okay, I'm going to convert that number to an improper fraction, and so I multiply the denominator by the integer for 16 plus the numerator for 19. So that's really 19/8. You keep the denominator minus. And now I'm going to go ahead and convert the bottom one. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so that's 9/8. And so when I do that, 19 minus 9 is 10/8. When I do that, I want to convert that, but at first I want to reduce it because they're both even. It'll be 5/4. And then I can convert that to a mixed number. 4 goes into 5 once with 1 left over. And there's my answer. This next one's going to be a little bit tougher because the number is so big. 23 is huge. And so what I want to do though is I want to go ahead and I want to put the fraction out here. If there is no fraction, it's just 0 over whichever number you want to pick. But since we're going to be subtracting these, we need common denominators. Probably better pick 6. So we're going to go ahead and choose 6. And now I'm just going to go through that exact same process. I'm going to convert that top mixed number into a fraction. 6 times 23. Well, 6 times 20 is 120, plus 6 times 3 is 18, so 120 and 18 is 138. That makes for 138 plus 0 gives us 138 over 6, minus 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43, divided by 6. And now when I subtract these, I get, well, there's about 5 difference in between 38 and 43. 43 is slightly larger, so it goes below 100. And so it goes down there by 5, so it's 95 divided by 6. Now 95 is divisible by 5, but 6 is not. And so it's not going to be reducible. So we need to go ahead and reduce and divide this out. So over here on the side, I'm just going to take 6 and I'm going to divide that into 95. The other 95, the kind with a 9. There we go. So now I have 6 times, or I'm sorry, 6 goes into 9 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. I have, when I subtract, I have a 3. Bring down the 5. Now 6 times 6 is 36. So it almost goes in there. So 6 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30 with 5 left over, and I have less than 6, and so that's my remainder. Okay, so now the answer then is going to be 15. The remainder becomes my new numerator, and the divisor becomes my new denominator. So there's my answer. As you can see, when you're dealing with larger numbers, this method probably isn't as quick. But if you ever have to, no matter what, you're going to have to get a common denominator, no matter which way you go. So for smaller numbers, or for perhaps negative values, you may wish to go ahead and convert to all fractions, and then convert back after you've done the subtraction. But if you're dealing with larger numbers and they're both positives, and you're subtracting 2 positive numbers, probably going to be okay to stay within the mixed numbers.